Hey everyone, this is Tony Reeves and this is Reeves Point of View. Today we're going to talk about what does it mean that your case may be not winnable. Let me be the first one to tell you, this is one of the hardest conversations that I've had. And I can tell you, when I used to practice law, I used to get this on a fairly regular basis, where I would get somebody who would contact me and they would be like, I've gone to a couple of different attorneys and I can't figure out why an attorney won't take my case. And sometimes I'll tell them flat out, attorneys are in the business of making money. So if they don't think they can make any money off your case, that's probably one reason why. But sometimes, depending on the circumstances, I would literally sit down and say, okay, explain to me the circumstances of your case. And so I would listen to them, and then I would ask certain questions. I would ask, did you file with the EEOC? Did I ask, did the injury occur when you were at home or on your way to work and when you got home from work? I would ask different questions that would let me know that the case basically is dead on delivery. Because dead on arrival, dead on delivery. And that's not me being flippant, it's just me recognizing that that's going to be the first thing they're going to do, is right out the gate. So like, depending on a particular case, like I remember I had this one particular case where in Florida, in order for you to file this particular type of case, you had to file with either the Florida Human Relations Committee, Florida Commission on Human Relations, or the EEOC. It's like the Florida Commission on Human Relations was the state equivalent to the EEOC. And basically they had to basically tell their employer what was going on first, give them a chance to fix it, they had to basically go through their employer's internal procedures first, then they had to go to either the commission or EEOC, then they sued. They jumped both. So they on their own filed a suit. And they were like right out the gate. And so the time had lapsed from when the incident actually occurred. They didn't go through the internal process. They didn't let their supervisors know. They didn't file with the commission. And so when they told me that, I said, you're dead on arrival because you didn't do any of those things you're supposed to do. I said, did you let your employer know? No. So that means you didn't give your employer a chance to fix the problem. Does your employer have an internal grievance procedure? Yes. Did you avail yourself of it? No, because I didn't want to be held against me. But what you did was you effectively skipped over a process that was designed to fix it internally. You didn't give them a chance to fix it. Strike two. Did you go to the commission? Because they would have probably asked you if you'd done that ahead of time. Well, no, because I want to get my due in court. So basically, the three things you're supposed to do before you even get to court, you didn't do. Yeah, that's why ain't nobody taking your case. And so it was funny to listen to them get upset, but I was trying to explain to them that here is the thing you have to understand. And this is the hard part. Attorneys are in the business of making money. No one wants to tell someone that their case is not a good case. You really don't. But and a lot of attorneys, just to avoid the headache of having someone basically accuse them of saying, erroneously or making some type of false claim or perception of a claim when really that's not the case, or just to avoid the possibility of a bar complaint, they'll just say, unfortunately, this is not a case we're interested in. Sorry, thank you very much, peace. And which I often tell people, they're under no obligation to tell you why they didn't take the case. But this is the point you need to understand. If you do run across an attorney that is willing to sit down and explain that to you, sometimes that is a harsh reality, because a lot of times when you have a case and you're emotionally invested in the case, you ain't trying to hear somebody tell you that you ain't got a case. But I often tell people this: listen carefully to what they're telling you. And more importantly, ask the question, is there anything you can do to repair it? And if there is options, then take that information and roll with it. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to acknowledge the fact that even though you believe the facts or support your circumstances, or you believe you got a slam dunk, sometimes the information you have indicates that your case may not be winnable. That doesn't necessarily mean you should give up and you shouldn't go ask as many people as possible. I always tell people, well, go to somebody else because they may see it differently. Every attorney views things in a different light. But at some particular point, you may have to come to the harsh reality that if you've gone to enough attorneys, and I don't know what the number is, at 5, 10, 15, 20, I don't know, and they all keep saying the same things, you might have to embrace the reality that your case may not be winnable. Hey everyone, this is Tony Reeves. If you like my content or have any suggestions, please let me know, and by all means, make sure you share. The only way I can get my word out is you help me get the word out as well.